I am Movsovitz. I'm a junior. I'm studying PPE and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I really like to cook for myself and explore different recipes and just explore different foods that I've never heard of. But I'm also involved at Penn at the Writing Center. I was thinking I was potentially going to do pre-med, which I quickly figured out after a few biology classes just wasn't going to happen for me. So I ended up falling back on stuff that I knew in high school that I really enjoyed doing. I was a policy debater in high school. Thinking about policy and politics and philosophy all together is something that I was used to and something that I immediately took a liking to at Penn. I took an environmental ethics class, and outside of class, me and a friend in the class would frequently argue about does the Grand Canyon have intrinsic value? If I was the last person on Earth, would it be okay to spray paint on the Grand Canyon? You can get a lot of that rich intellectual discussion out of PPE, but you can also get more of the business track, pre-professional oriented people. So it's interesting to see how I fit and how others fit. This summer, I interned at Daimler Trucks Asia in Tokyo. The experience of it was extremely jarring at first. I was living in Shibuya, which is the most frequently visited part of Japan for tourists. It was immediately very uncomfortable for me. I couldn't even walk into a restaurant and order food. But as I got more comfortable, I started to figure out how the country operates a little bit. I'm a big sushi guy. What immediately stood out was just the quality of the fish is just better, and they give you way more. The rice is better, is well seasoned. The fish is a thicker cut. The ratio is perfect. Being there and not having that much money to just blow on whatever food I wanted to eat. Ramen was my best friend. So I could go into any ramen shop and just press a button on the wall and get a ticket and just have a hot bowl of delicious tonkatsu broth. I don't know, I kind of fell for ramen. It's one of my favorite foods now. I took a solo weekend to Hanoi. That night I had a street food tour planned, and that's another image that really stands out, is walking around the lake in the middle of Hanoi and seeing all these different street vendors out just selling whatever, buncha, pho. It was like a symphony of chaos is the best way I can describe it, because everyone was doing their part and together it was a beautiful thing, but individually it looked hectic. My favorite thing that I did was I took a motorbike tour. I was with a guide who grew up in Hanoi, and he took me to all of his favorite places growing up. But the image of riding on a motorbike through that village, I was just seeing an entirely different side of the world. The things that I learned in the classroom were traveling with me. So I was carrying all this information that I got at Penn, and it was helping me navigate these conversations and these experiences abroad.